Good afternoon. Let's talk wax jambus today. So wax jambus, they go by a lot of names. Mostly wax jambus, wax apples, rose apples. But just for the simplicity, we'll just call them wax jambus. So this guy right in front of us is a black pearl wax jambu. The black pearl varieties are the heaviest producers of all the wax jambus. And not only that, they also are the ones that fruit the earliest. So as you can see, this guy's loaded with fruits and of course flowers, which of course then become fruits. The nice thing about wax jambus, once they start flowering, it generally takes about a month, maybe a month and a half in some cases, but they become basically ripened fruits. So it's very quick turnaround time. So black pearl, the guy to its left, that's been focusing mostly on foliage growth, is a green diamond wax jambu. It does have some flowers, being that they're kind of green. There you go. Well, that's a set right there, I suppose. But yeah, this one is just dedicating a lot of its resources to growing the foliage. So that's that's a green diamond. Moving on to the yard. This guy right here is a red rocket wax jambu, also known as a red missile wax jambu. And more into the yard. This little guy back here, this is a Malay rose apple. Extremely cold sensitive. As you can see, it got knocked down a bit during the cold that we had, but I mean it is bouncing back. A bunch of new growth, relatively fast grower. To its left is a rose apple. It's in the wax jambu family, but this guy is technically zone 9B, so he's a bit more cold tolerant than the other wax jambus and rose apples. This black diamond wax jambu back here also got knocked down by the cold. This one is actually planted in the ground. This one's more or less an experiment. I just wanted to see what kind of a microclimate I could provide these guys, and seems to be bouncing back. A bunch of new growth in there. This guy did produce as wax jambus last year, so there's still a chance that it might start flowering, though I'm not seeing any evidence of it. So it may be taking a break this year. To its left, this massive guy here, well, massive as in it's grown 3 times its size since being planted in the ground, is a Thai jumbo wax jambu. As you can see, it too got knocked down by the cold, and it is bouncing back. Bunch of new growth on this guy right there. Yeah, both of these are planted back here for cold and sun protection. Turning around, this guy is a jumbo fragrance wax jambu, also known as a jumbo perfume wax jambu. It is flowering, and of course it eventually will turn to fruit. So I've got a few more wax jambus back here I wanted to show you. Wax jambus, are very fast growers. I would imagine, it's safe for me to say that they grow at about the same speed as the starfruit, which is pretty good. The thing with wax jambu is they are a bit cold sensitive. They're technically zone 10, 10B-ish. So come about 35 degrees, yeah, they'll stress just a bit. This tall guy here is a black diamond wax jambu. As you can see, it is also flowering. I've got him back here to in this massive container here. I've actually got him back here to. I'm using him as a shade tree for this mango back here. Kill Savoy. Doing phenomenal. And lastly, this guy right here, black gold wax jambu. This one's a bit on the young side, so I've got him back here. He gets morning sun, afternoon shade. He did get burnt a bit when we had that heat wave that week, so I've got him back here. So wax jambus, the taste. It's the best. This way I could describe it would be. It's very crunchy, very fragrant, and quite sweet. It's very refreshing. So that is it. Wax jambus.